Hello, people. We're back for another round. Um, okay, because this is our truth. Because I am his mom.
And I'm her son.
So tonight's topic is
Perception.
he late. We'll get it together, folks.
I wasn't late. I came in at the right time.
No, you didn't. I always tell you that pause is annoying. But
No,
anyway,
it's
tonight's
not.
topic is perception. You know what? I want y'all to comment in the please comment. Please, somebody, please comment. Is that pause annoying or not? Please, let's correct him. That pause
Let us
is
know.
annoying. Please, I'm begging someone to comment. Is that pause annoying?
Because I don't believe her.
Perception. The ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. That's one.
I don't like that one.
You like
that should be the third definition. That should be the third. I said I don't. That should be the third definition of that.
The second one is the state of being or process of becoming aware of something through the senses, which is stupid.
I think no, that's the same thing as the first one, but it's like.
It says okay.
But I like that one. That should be the second one. That should be the second definition.
It says the perception of pain. So basically, like that, those that can perceive pain. The other one, the first one, the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. The normal limits to human perception, like I guess eyes, ears, nose. So it's talking about
right, yeah. Like I would have put that as the third definition.
Right, and this should be a way of regarding, understanding, or interpreting something, a mental impression. That should be number one, because guess what? It's always about someone's perception. Period, and it's ridiculous. But not. Well, I'm not gonna say ridiculous.
But the reason why I do like the fact that the reason why I say it should be number 3 is because when you perceive something, like your perception, it is all about how you see something. Okay, so it's like 5 people could be looking at something and they both perceive something differently as they looking at it. Like they looking at a painting, one of them they say, "Oh, I see tigers." Oh, man, I don't see no tigers. I see birds. I don't see no birds. I just see cats. The other dude, like, I don't see nothing.
Right. Those are just colors on the canvas. They blotched together. What y'all looking at? Same. Right. And true, because think about it. It's a lot of people. Okay. I don't know if people know this about me, if I mentioned this before, but I love clouds.
Yeah, me too.
I love clouds. I mean, the different designs, the way they shape, the form, the variety of them, like you're unique, and it's just like a glorious wonder. So I love staring at clouds. I can see things in clouds, and it's so crazy. Like I can see things in clouds, and I'll break out and be like, "Do you see that?" And a person or whatever be looking like, "See what? Like you don't see that? See what?" And I'm like, and I just let it go, because it's like, okay, maybe it was just meant for me, for my eyes to see, because they looking at me like I'm strange, saying, "Do you see that?" And they don't see it. And I don't know if it's because they can't perceive the wonder and beauty of the magnificence of a cloud.
Their mind is not allowing them to interpretate the cloud into being something else other than a cloud.
Right. See, right there. And
because it's like, go ahead.
No, finish.
Oh, because I was just about to say, because like the definition of interpretation, you know what I'm saying, what it means to be able to interpretate is, mean something like, well, or how to the meaning of something, you know what I'm saying? Like, so with that, it's also like, I'm trying to say it without looking it up, but you can also look at you can look like creative things. You can also be able to like take things from that creativity. So if you see a cloud, basically, and you're looking at the clouds and you see something, your mind will allow you to be able to interpretate that cloud into its shape, basically. And you be able to
Right.
create something based off its shape because of things you've seen in the world. But a lot of
Yeah.
people
Right.
minds, I don't, a lot of people minds don't allow them to be able to see that. And I also believe that has something to do with their imagination. But what about the people who perceive things differently when they hear it?
When they hear things, now that's
Mm-hmm.
now I have that I have a, now that two things I have. That's one of my um poor perceptions. Also, another one is the fact that, let me do the first one because it popped in my head. Sight, seeing things. Also, it's hard.
Yeah.
Like, a child has to really, 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 really look for a parent, like look like a parent, because basically, I have looked at some kids and they be like, "Oh, they look just like they did," and I be looking like, "Where? I don't see it." Like, I don't perceive what they're. Is it that the same thing? It's like I can look, like I be like, oh, and I'll just blow it off, be like, "Yeah, they do," because I've been staring like I don't want to get in the argument, but I don't see it.
I was gonna ask you, have you ever thought of the fact of people having a perception of something because of what they don't want to see?
Wow, now that's a good one. Um,
Because your mind is very like people without knowing with the mind is a very powerful thing. It's very, very strong. And if you could not like something or not want something to be true, you could perceive it that way. You could see, like, in other words, you could see it that way. No matter how
yeah,
you perceive, no matter how anybody else is looking at something, and when you look at it, you're like, no. That's like the
yeah,
whole conversation. Ooh, excuse me, about the whole conversation with the sky being blue or green, or the water being blue or clear or green. People will perceive things how they want to if they're stuck in the bubble of believing what they want to.
and I think that's where that statement, um, when they say, when they it's not all black and white, and some people have a perception of that, but other people
Mm-hmm.
have a perception of it's just, it's nothing but black and white. It's not all gray. And so you're right. It's all, like me. I have to really, like, sometimes it's also when you perceive how someone's talking to you. Like, if
Yeah, how
someone
you hear it.
uses a
Yep.
certain right, someone uses a certain tone with me, and I have to be like, okay. Are they upset? Are they, I'm like, what the hell? I have to really listen and be like, okay, I don't want to perceive this wrong. I don't want, I don't want to snap off. So
A
maybe
person's
they not
perception of like it's exactly what you're saying. A person's perception could cause ill taste in other people's minds who haven't even heard, tasted, or met somebody because of how
right.
somebody else perceived them or saw them or heard them and was like, yeah, I didn't like how they acted, bro. They was rude. They was like, matter of fact, I'm gonna use an example. Somebody at a job, they're working, having a conversation, working customer service. They talk to everybody the same way and they're always being perceived as nice, good. Oh man, handle the business. And then there's one person talks to him and he's like, man, he was rude. Everybody else will be like, what?
I
What?
did that before.
Huh?
I
How?
yeah, yeah.
I've heard this man talk to 10 people throughout the day and he never switches up his tone or attitude no matter how they're treating him. I don't
And
understand how he was rude.
you know what I tell them? I was like, y'all need to don't listen to his words, listen to his undertone. He was being smart
Mm,
as hell.
mm.
I was like, yeah, he said it with a smile to throw you off, but he's a disrespectful so and so so and so. I've had that before. Sure have. That but that was my perception. And I have, and I also have a perception. Okay, I don't know if y'all gonna believe this or not, but my family from backwoods of New Orleans, my granddaddy was Creole, and then my grandma on the other side was from the deep south, from the Delta, and we have all in our family we have we are empaths, and we can feel the emotions of other people, and on top of that, we can read people, which is so annoying at times. You have no idea, but we can read people, and I have met people. I have met people and read them and was clearly like, yeah, I don't like them. I was like, basically, like, yeah, I don't like them.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like different people's perspective, because if you can perceive something a certain way and different people do too, then the way you try to explain that to people, it helps them be able to understand it from your point of view, so they'll be able to see it from your perspective.
Okay, right, yeah, and that's hard for me. You know what? And another part of that that annoys me though is when someone perceives something about what you're saying or about, oh, you have an attitude. No, I don't. Yes, you do. No, I don't. Yes, you do. It's like, now that part of perception annoys me. It's like, stop telling me how I feel because you're perceiving that I have an attitude, but I'm trying to tell you I don't. And you keep telling me I do, which is gonna now cause me to have an attitude. Like that part of I don't
Yeah,
like.
and in that situation, if they
In that situation, what?
in that situation, if a person, I had lost my train of thought. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, in that situation, if a person doesn't understand your perspective, then they won't be able to perceive it the same way you do. So,
Or they just don't want to.
no, they won't be able to, because perception and perspective go together hand in hand.
Explain.
Okay. So perception is like you said, what you see, and and based off what I said, based off with the cloud, it's the cloud stuff, right? Like when you see how you see things. So it's based off, it's shaped by your experience and emotion and stuff that you're seeing, making it subjective. Different people see the cloud different ways, right? Now your perspective though is your viewpoint on how you see things. It's like it's when you see something, like when you how you like when you see something, and the perception of it is what's coming to you. Okay, the perception is what's coming to you, and how you're receiving it. Your perspective is what you spit out from it. So when you receive something and you take it in and you're learning it, and it's shaping your experience, it's causing your emotions to be a certain way, and it's making you subjective to different subjects. When you speak on those subjects, it's going to be the perspective. It's going to be the perspective
of what I
of
perceive.
what you perceive.
Okay, got you. Okay. Yeah. I just,
I was fumbling on words, all them P words, man. Perspective, perception. I could never play that game. Even, and I make rap music. I rap. That's the crazy part. I should. What was it? Peer Pep. I'm gonna look that up so I can see.
Have you ever had a time where something was perceived and it went left so bad that it was like basically with a acquaintance or coworker or anyone, that it went left so bad, real fast because y'all just couldn't see each other's perception? Because that's another thing too. When you can't see each other's point of view, each other's perception is like, yeah, you won't.
Oh my goodness!
What?
You said that just blew my mind. Go ahead.
No,
what you saying? No, you. I'm what you're saying. Yeah, my mind was
um,
like the word.
that you can't, have you ever had? I'm asking you, have you ever had that situation happen before? Okay, I'm gonna tell a childhood story, and I'm not gonna use any names. Okay,
I'm trying to think.
I'm gonna tell this child that ended up in a fight. Actually,
Is your
okay,
childhood story?
yeah, my teenage story. They actually ended up in a big old fight. So,
I'm all
hanging
ears.
around a bunch of girls, and I really didn't like hanging around girls, so me and girls didn't click. But anyway, hanging around a bunch of girls, um, and not that I'm hiding anything. I just don't want to put their name out here because I didn't have permission to speak their name. But I'm going to tell this story, and I'm gonna use the initial of their first name. So how about that? So that way, because he know who they are, you know who they are.
I do.
Oh yes, most definitely. So,
Now
hanging
I'm even more
around,
invested.
T and C, and then I also was hanging around my cousin H. So we're gonna say those that out there. But I will every now and then hang around my cousin H. But I was hanging tough with T and C. So anyway,
We're gonna say Tukey and Coco.
I had perceived that
like Tukey Williams, the Crip.
You so crazy. That T
Tukey
was like saying stuff behind my back.
Don't you do that,
right.
Tukey.
With R. My straight up
Who the heck
home
is
girl.
R? You said TCH.
Right,
Who's
I'm
R?
telling my story. Hush.
Oh, okay.
They had
We're gonna call her Resfuture.
Now R told me she do not look like that person. So don't be
No,
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying she
do
it.
That's mama what you said. Nope. I'm calling her and telling her what you said. I promise you I'm calling her and tell her.
I'm not calling her that. What else?
Oh, yes, you
No,
did.
that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
You did. Yes, you did.
I was saying what the name was gonna be.
Whatever. You could have thought about any other name this R with an R with that, and I promise you I'm calling and telling her.
All right, we're gonna say Rocky. Rocky then.
So anyway, R had told me what T said.
Rocky told you that Tukey told you something.
Right. So I'm like, what? So pretty much it was like how she didn't like me and she faking it and she this, she that, just So me being me, because I'm back in I was about that life. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't trying to boast myself up, but I was about that life.
Was Hershey and Coco involved? Was Hershey and Coco involved?
I'm finna tell you the story.
Okay.
So this is perception. So I go into the house and I'm like, I heard blah 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 blah. And her attitude, because her attitude was whatever. She had a whatever stank type attitude. And when her Tukey, right.
Okay.
And her attitude, I perceived that she was being disrespectful. But she was
all because of your perception from that you received from
right. I was already heated. My perception Rocky. Was, you don't like me, and you already said it's on site. So now I'm here.
Rocky told you that.
On site. Right. So C had the audacity to jump in on T side.
Coco was on Tukey's side.
Right, and they call themselves jumping me. It didn't go down like they thought it was gonna go down, but they call themselves jumping me. So this
Hershey is where helped H
you come in.
Hershey helped you.
She wasn't there, but you don't. But that's my cousin. So I went and got H, and we went back.
Hershey.
Right, and we went back, and they realized the error of their ways. So, but it was
we went back and they realized the error of their ways.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Because H dusted C while I dusted T.
That's crazy.
Right. And so, but
it was all because of Rocky.
No.
You said Rocky told you that T what
Right.
that
Well, if T
Tookie
would,
was
if T,
talking
right,
mess,
but
and
if
then
Tookie
Coco
would,
had to jump in on
yeah. But
Tookie's
think
side
about it.
because they
If
know that
T
you
would
get
have
down
been like,
crazy.
if T would
So
have been
then you
like,
had to go get Hershey,
girl,
and Hershey coming back, and Hershey
right.
got to get on Coco, and then you had to get on Tookie while Rocky over there like mission.
Rocky wasn't even around.
But so what? While Rocky was involved, didn't you say Rocky told you?
Told me, yeah.
Yeah. So right, Rocky, exactly. Rocky was in the bushes
me.
like mission.
Oh no, this one down in the house. You can't fight.
Right.
And then okay,
My
so
point is, she was
right.
behind the scenes making things happen.
Most definitely. But and right, but most definitely still today, that to this day, they don't know that she told me. Oh, that I knew that what they said. I just went. I ain't go in the house like.
Wait,
You
so you
said
never
you
even
gonna
found out that it was
No, I went in
actually
the house.
true?
This is what I walked in the house and I was like, I heard you don't like me. For real. That you faking the front and that you want to catch these hands. And if that's
Because
the
you
case,
from Chicago and they ain't know how you get down.
I was like, if that's the case, we can get at it. Like I didn't even care that I was by myself. I was like, if that's the case, we can do what we got to do for real. And she was like, if you want to catch these hands, we can catch these hands. And I'm right there.
They talk like that back in the 70s.
Right. Yes. It was
Catch
the
these
70s.
hands.
It wasn't the 70s. It was late. It was actually the late 80s. I hadn't had you yet.
I can hear y'all
pregnant.
saying catch.
It was like 88, 89.
I can hear y'all saying catch these hands then. Right. In the
80s. And so
catch these hands and feet.
And that's how we end up. Because she was like, well, it is what, that's what she said. It is what it is. And I perceived that she was saying she wanted to fight.
I mean, normally that's like, what that means.
You don't like me, you want to, and she was like, it is what it is. So, and I swung. It is what it is. You said it is. So I figured she wanted to catch these hands. Right. So, perception. That's how I end up getting into that fight.
That's crazy.
In the end, when we talked about it, let's go figure, teenagers, and months down the line when we start talking again, when we talked about it, she was not saying it is what it is in that way. She was saying like, man, whatever, it is what it is. Like, I don't care what you're talking about. I've been saying it that way.
I've never heard nobody use that in that kind of context.
It's hard to like blow something.
But then again, I was not born in the 80s. Y'all lingo out there was probably way also, different than how it was in the 90s. Not only that, probably also, no. I mean, not that too far off though.
But it could have been that way because again, they were born in Michigan, and I'm a Chicago chick.
So that is true.
Even from
it is what it is,
right? Even from the different cities, you saying
what you mean, partner? It is what it is. Right? Like, no, I don't like that. It is what it is.
Because remember when we first moved to okay, I'm finna tell y'all why I say that. When we first moved to California, it was the funniest thing ever.
Man.
Right. When we first moved to California.
If this is what I think you finna talk about.
No. And the kids would be like, when my kids first went to this youth teen center, and the kids were like, what up? They thought they wanted to fight. Because that's when somebody, what up? You know, what? You're not in that environment, sweetie. And they're saying hi. And they was like, oh, well, then they should have just said hi. And I'm like, what? So, yeah. It's
no, I thought you was talking about, I thought you was talking about when you had to explain to that woman that I wasn't telling her I was a straight man, but that I was telling her that I was okay with what she was trying to give me, that I ain't want none. Because I remember that. I still remember that to this day. That's another thing about perception and because when you hear words and stuff.
What?
We was in line. It was at an event in California, youth center type thing, I think it was, and I don't know if it was something we was doing, and you was right behind me, and they was putting the stuff on our plates and stuff, and she was like, "Would you like some of this?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm straight." And she's like, "Oh no, I didn't ask you about your."
Oh yeah. That was Kathy. I remember that. Miss Kathy. I thought about her the other day. She was the sweetest.
She was like,
She was like,
She
no,
was
I'm just
like,
asking.
did you
Right.
want some of this? I'm like, no, I'm straight. She was like, no, I wasn't asking you whether you.
Right.
You was like, nah, that's how he say he good. He don't want none. I'm like, oh, my bad. I apologize on that.
I remember.
I speak.
I remember that. So
I
it's
ain't, because
also
at that time
culture,
I ain't learned how to
upbringing.
code switch. I ain't know how to
Right.
code switch at that time, so I was talking to everybody the same way.
That you were talking
No, I'm
back from
straight.
back home. Right.
Yeah, I'm straight. No, I'm good.
So
You
it's like
straight?
when you get in the mix and
Okay.
mingle and get to knowing people and being around people, you but when you move from one area to another area, you're not gonna drop your mannerisms of where you grew up at. They're still gonna be there, you know? Like people tell me all the time, I have an accent. I
Huh?
don't hear it.
Showed.
Right. I what accent?
I
I
mean,
don't
when we
hear it.
first moved to
None at all.
California, we had an accent. People used to say, because we know, I definitely heard it, and I used different words from them. Like, I literally had a conversation with somebody, and this is how the conversation went.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, we finna go to the store and go get some of these sodas, and after we do that, we're gonna get in the car, and then maybe go over here and figure out what we're gonna do. The girls said they was gonna meet us over there, but I don't know what kind of soda we're gonna get with this liquor. If you want, you can take the car, and then we're gonna go ahead and meet up at the store and see if we can just parlay later. And I respond, all right, but I don't know if I'm feel comfortable driving your car, cause I don't know how long we're gonna be over there, and I ain't really trying to go in there. And you trying to buy some alcohol? What you trying to get some alcohol for, man? Well, I can drink that straight. I don't need no. I don't need no pop. And they looking at me like, so. And this the whole conversation. Yeah, I don't need no pop, man. I can drink that straight. But after I drink, I ain't gonna be trying to drive no car, bro. I cannot get no car. I get in the back seat though, and if we gonna go to a party, I meet the girls over there. But I ain't trying to be over there for too long because I still got to be over here. And now they looking at me like, What are you talking? What's a car? Huh? You said car. You say you don't want to get in the car. Yeah, bro. Your car. Yo, what you drive? Oh, the car. Yeah, your car.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's
oh,
crazy.
bro, why you say it like that? Oh, it's the way I grew up. Like I know it's a car, but we don't say car. We say car.
In your car. Just
He's
like
like,
when he
oh,
said, "Are we gonna get a
so when you
pop?"
said
Like,
here, yeah,
mm-hmm.
pop. Like exactly. He say, so what's a pop? Dude, the same thing you said, the drink. Pop. He like a soda pop? Like, bro, we don't say soda. Like, why grew up, we never said soda. We said pop, bro. Like, you want some pop? Like, that's how we talk. Like, he like, oh nah, bro, we call it soda here. It's soda. Oh, it's pop. I'm gonna still call it pop.
And it's crazy how different generations, because and we used to say, "Hey, what we gonna get for a chaser?"
That's crazy. Yeah, see, chaser. That's
We
what
just
it
call
is.
it
It
a
is
chaser.
a chaser.
Yeah,
It is a chaser. Yeah, it is a chaser,
so
and that's what people
again,
say.
it's that perception. It's a lot of families that fell out.
No, I
Well, she
think
don't.
that would be about how you perceive things, because if you grow up hearing car and you know the word is car, but you keep hearing car, that's a perceived thing. That's how you perceived it. And
Right.
then you took it in as car. So then when you start speaking it out and you start expressing yourself, then that was your perception. Then people be like, oh, he he can't he can't speak correct.
Yeah,
He
and that's what
has
they think.
improper vocabulary, because he
Improper
keeps saying
vocabulary.
he
Yeah,
has improper vocabulary. He keeps saying here. He keeps saying there. Those have R's in it.
but I
I
never
heard
talk
him
like
say
that.
stow. I heard him say stow. What is it? And that's the other part. He like, because I said that to somebody. Hey man, let's go to the store. They said what? I said let's go to the store. They're like, oh. I'm like, do I have to say the R with y'all? They like,
That's
man.
crazy. I never knew.
They
Yeah,
like,
I think I never paid attention because I just always say the word. Um, I know y'all laugh at me how I say Saturday, but what other than
Yeah, you say like it's a U in the beginning, Saturday. Like it's
whatever.
Saturday. Like I even know how to say that, right? Saturday.
Seriously,
Saturday.
seriously, so it's
Saturday. You
whatever.
sound like you're saying seriously without the S
I
at
did
the other
not
end. You
say
say
Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
You said Saturday.
That is
That's
not
what
what I
you
say.
said.
I'm
That's
saying
seriously
Saturday.
without the other S. You said Saturday. Say it again.
Right, it's Saturday. Right, it's Saturday. Whatever. Right, Saturday. Saturday. That is what I'm saying. You know what?
You know you can
That's what
say
I'm
that
saying.
word while pronouncing the T. It's Saturday. Like, no, that don't even sound right. But once again, though, it's all about that's how I'm perceiving it, though. I'm hearing you say Saturday.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
I'm
saying?
hearing
But
myself say Saturday. Like
what the heck?
the day of the
Like,
week. To say that to somebody one time because they couldn't get it, and I kept repeating it. Oh, I said the day they come after Friday, and they was like, "Oh, like you
well,
put,"
for sure.
and I got pissed off because I was like, you know darn well you understood what I was saying.
Straight up.
You understood what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. Just like Wednesday. Cause
Wednesday,
yeah, Wednesday.
right? Wednesday.
That word is Wednesday. Like I'm not saying
You
Wednesday
know
no
what? I
more.
don't understand why they pronounce that word Wednesday. It annoys me because it is Wednesday. It is not that. Do not spell win
I'm not
day.
calling it that word no more. And anybody try to
It don't
force me
even
to say it,
spell that. The letters ain't even in the right direction.
I'm gonna ask them to show me where it says that those letters combine like that make that sound. And then I'll
Right.
go back to calling it that.
I don't get it either.
Because WED is wed. Because if you put
Right.
DING, it's wedding.
I used to have a hard time with that word because not when I saw it, I knew it to how to pronounce it. But when I had a hard time spelling it because in my mind to perceive the word Wednesday, it was supposed to be WENSDAY.
I thought it was WENSDAY. My teacher told me I was wrong, and I thought she was stupid.
Huh?
My teacher told me I was wrong. I thought she was stupid because I was looking at the word, and I'm like, because I wrote it down. She said that's wrong, Antoine. And I looked at the word, and I did exactly what the teacher was teaching us to do: sound the word out. And I did. I sounded it out. I said, wind. Oh, wind. So I erased the E and I put an I. WINDAYS. She said, no, that is not the correct. Then she went to the front of the class. Class, everybody, I want y'all to come up here. I want y'all to pay attention. Look, this is how you spell Wednesday. WEDNESDAY.
And that is not Wednesday. I don't care nobody. Nobody say how you say it out there, people. My perception of that word is stupid. Is y'all is everybody else is wrong. Now.
Yeah, we all laughed. Man, I laughed with the kids, but they was laughing at me because she definitely walked right from me up to the desk, so they knew I was the one who misspelled it. But at the same time, as I'm up there looking at that word on the board, I'm like, that don't look like right. That don't look right, and that's why I used to always get confused when I would write a word down because I'd be looking at it like that don't look right. Like I'd be pronouncing it and stuff and look like that don't look right. So that's exactly, and that's because of how we perceived it. We see the word and we're looking at it, and our perception is telling us to say this word like this, and they're getting mad because we don't perceive it the same way they do. You can't tell me that I have to say Wednesday. I have been forced to say that word. I have been forced to say the word Wednesday, when really the word is Wednesday. Like, and it's so easy for me to say it. It is so easy for me to say it like that because I can read. I know how to read, and my mind makes me want to say Wednesday. Like I only say Wednesday when I'm not looking at it. Like Wednesday Addams, that show, cool. Mm-hmm. But when I look at the word, I'm like, that's say Wednesday Addams. Like, just like we talked about this power of words. We talked about the word knife. Like, knife. Like, I just wish that people will accept people's perception at a fault.
Words. Yeah.
No, with just different things, opinions on stuff, because everybody experiences things differently, and you can actually learn from another person's perception. Like two people looking at something of one person. Look, we both know Demetrius. When I talk to Demetrius, I think he's a very, very well educated guy, and he's got a good head on his shoulder. I think he's gonna be well and good in this
I can
company.
bet you any
But
kind of
somebody else,
money wars was started on false perceptions.
you think so?
Oh yeah.
What? Nah,
You don't
that
think
ain't the
so?
same, right?
I
What?
do. Someone perceiving someone else saying something or doing something that they not
You
really
say you
saying or
think
doing.
words was made from
War.
war?
What I said
Ah,
wars.
nah,
What did I say?
nah. They. I thought you
I
said
think
something
so.
else. I thought you said words.
No.
Cause my mind, I'm like, word. How can anybody make words because of
No,
what they saw?
wars. I think
War,
wars was started
wars,
on
wars,
people's perception of different situations.
war. Hmm. What is it good for? So that's another thing, though.
What?
That's perception. Like you see and you hear. Well, no, yeah, you see and you hear certain things, and it makes you believe in certain things because you believe in the things you hear. And I maybe sound like I'm going around, but I'm going somewhere. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
So we don't know exactly why the wars has been started, right? Some people say, like, I'm gonna use the biggest example, oil. Man, we went over there and we started attacking them and bombing them for their war oil. Even though we were shown something else, we were made to perceive and think that it was something going on over there and they needed our help.
Right.
Instead of them saying the truth, like, hey, they got oil, we need that, otherwise they're gonna tax us a lot. Get behind us, America.
Right.
So from their perception of America, they chose to lie to us because they knew that if we saw and we perceived things the way they actually was going, then our perception of the government would tarnish the way we look and feel about them, which would make us be at how we are now, where a lot of people don't even care for the government and they're against the government. Like, they didn't want our perception of them to change to where we would try to overthrow them. And I'm not saying this like overthrow them, like, oh, we take over the government now. But I remember there is a constitutional right or something that says that the people have the power to vote Congress, all them people out. Like, you are paying these people, your tax dollars pay these people. You have the power to remove these people from these. People can write petitions and get these people removed from seat if they really wanted to. Like back in the day, people had the right to fight the government if it was not in the best need for America. And they stopped doing that by putting the perception of America's great and we got this and you can be all you want to be. And it just, when you perceive something a certain way, your interpretation changes and you won't be able to explain why you're doing something a certain way because you don't realize you're brainwashed by everything that you're seeing. That's why per when it comes to these two words, boy, that's why your perception is important because
Well, I say it can hinder you or it can help you. It all depends on the situation.
really,
Yeah, most definitely. At least that's my perception. I believe that depending on how you perceive certain things, it
that's
can
your
either
perspective.
hinder my perspective. Okay, it can either hinder you or it can help you. Okay, think about it like this. I'm finna go on a emotional. I'm finna flip it. If you are the type of person, say you have low self-esteem and you always perceive yourself as being weak, unable to accomplish things, never, I never, I'm not worthy of that. I never be able to do that. That perception of yourself can limit how far you go in your career or how far you go in life. Because when someone comes up with a project for you that can boost your career, you already perceive yourself as unable to function or unable to do that. So you
But
talk yourself out of that
but
opportunity.
what's the perspective of that? Like what's the why?
Low self-esteem.
Hmm. And that's your
Because they were
perspective. You think
because
it's because of low self-esteem.
they were told that they were never, you're never gonna amount to anything, you're worthless, and they were told this so much, you stupid, you're dumb. They was told this so much to the point where it sunk in so deep, ingrained in them, that when they look in the mirror or when they try to accomplish something, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just gonna mess up. I'm dumb anyway. I ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna work. I'm stupid anyway. I ain't gonna.
So
It don't make no
I
sense
want
for
you to
me to
hear.
apply for that
I want you
job
to
I
hear.
want because I, I ain't gonna be nothing in life anyway. Some
You
people
know what's crazy?
take that and it bees embedded in them.
This
What?
is this is fascinating. This is fascinating. This is really fascinating because what you're telling me is your opinion, right? And as soon as because it's weird, because as soon as you started talking, your words started changing to where it was no longer your perception, but it started becoming an opinion, right? And my brain instantly said, Antoine, go to Google real fast. And I went to Google and I just did, look, I for real. And I just did, I did perspective versus perception versus opinion. Okay. And this is
Okay.
what it came up with, right? Because I just had a fast thought that all three of these words are the same thing in a way. And it's crazy.
Okay.
They're all linked together. And this is why sometimes I get confused on what's a perception and what's a perspective, because sometimes it can be both, depending on the situation. Because some things are
Okay.
just right as outright perspective, and some things are outright perception. So here it is. It says perception is how you interpret sensory information. Seeing a bent spoon in water. It says perspective is your broader point of view or position, viewing it from the side versus front. An opinion is your judgment or beliefs formed from them.
So they all work together to form one cohesive thought. You have to
Mm-hmm.
perceive something to have a perception of it, to have an opinion of it on it.
Perception is passive sensory input. Perspective is stepping back to see the bigger picture. An opinion is an active conclusion, with this perspective often providing clarity beyond simple perception.
Is the glass half empty or half full?
Man, that made me want to drop my mic. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when,
That question too. When people say that, I just stop and stare and look.
it's just, that's,
Is it half empty?
it's
Half
crazy.
full?
It's crazy. But at the
What?
same
What?
time,
What?
because,
To make you want to drop?
no, because people come up with words and it's crazy because it's so, that was perfect. Look, let me go into, like, my mind is still stuck on this. Like, the perception. When you see, when you put a pencil in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and you look at that glass of water with that pencil, from the angle that you are looking at that water in the pencil, you perceive that that pencil has been broken in half from the top of that
Right.
water to the
Mm-hmm.
bottom of that water.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, this water just sliced the pencil from the way that you perceive it. So your perception is that you're gonna, I mean, from the way, yeah, from the way that you perceive it. So your perspective is from the side. I'm looking at this from the side. So because I'm looking at this from the side, I'm perceiving this as being split in half. So my opinion is water can cut pencils.
Right. Wow. even though
If
you're
my
wrong.
opinion is, and my opinion is, if you put a pencil in a water, that water will slice that pencil. But when you pull that pencil out, guess what? It's still whole. Like that's crazy to me because I was looking at it on. I was playing with a pencil like that one day. I'm like, that's crazy because as soon as I put it in here, it moves to the side. Huh. But then I looked at it from the top of it, and it was just sitting in the water.
See, so yeah, it is a
I love
wonder.
words. I
Yeah,
love words.
it is a wonder.
Oh man.
It's broad. It's not just definitive. It can
No,
mean it's a so many possibilities,
you can't have
especially
one without the
now.
other.
Right, knowing that, learning now and realizing they're all linked together, and
Yeah.
it's like that's crazy. I want y'all to please in the comments give us some of y'all takes. Like, have y'all ever, perceived something and had a perspective of something, and then even in that concept, just because you perceive have a perspective don't mean your opinion is correct. And I think that's
That
where a
is
lot of
true.
arguments, and I
Well, no,
think
no, no,
that's
no,
where a
no,
lot
no,
of
no, 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 no,
arguments
no, no, no.
come
See,
from.
I think that's where the mix-up happened, where people think they have the right to tell somebody their opinion is wrong or incorrect. Like an opinion is
And
exactly what that
that's
is.
right. That's what I'm saying.
It
I
is
think that's where
opinion.
the arguments
It's
come
not
from.
it's not fact or fiction. It's not a fact. Like I tell people all the time, if you're telling me your opinion, we can talk about that, and I'll matter of fact, I'll listen to your opinion and I'll try to understand your opinion. But if we talk about facts, then your opinion means nothing. If we talk about anything that has facts to it, your opinion means nothing to me. Like, and I'm not the
But
type of person.
okay, I'm finna go real anal here. Isn't facts just someone else's opinion and perception that they perceive of that situation that you read?
No, facts are proven statements, proven opinions,
How do you know they
proven
were
statements
proven?
by doing your own research and seeing the data yourself. Like mathematics. If somebody told me mathematics 1+1 is 3, that's your opinion, bro. But the proof in the pudding is if I put this one remote next to this one remote, I now have 2 remotes. I don't have 3 remotes. That's a fact. H2O makes water. That's a fact. If somebody said no, you don't need two hydrogens, you need H3O. I'm like, no. They even tried that. It don't make water. You can't make water with hydrogen, oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. I mean, hydrogen, 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 oxygen. Probably test it out and see. And guess what? You can actually test it and see. Tell
How
somebody,
about
hey, the
one plus
boiling
one
point.
is 3 because you can't add two things together and get 2?
That's just an opinion. It's not a fact. If somebody told me the boiling point of water was, I almost said the actual boiling point of water. If somebody said the boiling point of water was 180 degrees, I'd be like, no, it's not. And then they'd be like, you can't tell me that the boiling point of water is not 180 degrees. I'm like, yes, I can, because it's scientifically proven, and you can boil your water, and you can look at a thermometer and see exactly when the water starts boiling, at what temperature it starts boiling, and it won't be at 180 degrees. So therefore, that is an opinion. Fact has been proven.
And if
That
y'all
is
do
the
not out
difference.
there don't think that he have tested that, he has. I
Yeah, I'm
remember
a
when he
science
did it
geek.
when he was younger. He did that experiment. He wanted to know at
I
what
did a lot of
temperature
experiments.
do
Yeah.
water boil. So he knows. It's
I wanted
like,
to know at what temperature do an ant burn. So yeah, I will learn. I will definitely.
so he right. He was the kid that I bring it up all the time, and he's in his 30s, and I still bring it up
And
because
just in case
he
anybody's
still.
wondering, how did I test how hot it takes for an ant to burn? I do not remember the numbers, but I'll tell you exactly what I did. I took a thermometer and I took an ant.
I hear how you sacrifice an ant.
I'm still gonna talk about it. And I had the magnifying glass in both my hands. And as I chased the ant down with the magnifying glass, the moment he be stilled and I had him in one spot, I put the magnifying glass on the thermometer, and I had them both going underneath the sun at the same time. I was a kid being able to figure out this, and I didn't even know I was doing science. I just wanted to see how hot it takes to burn
And
the
for
ant.
anybody to come at my child, because he was like young, it's grown men in here testing on animals all the time for your makeup and for your skincare and for your lotion. So don't be coming for my baby.
Yeah, man, it wasn't like I was weird. Everybody play with magnifying glasses.
He just wanted to see about everything, just like he took my toaster apart because he wanted to see what was on the inside of it. He took my iron apart. He wanted to see what was in the inside of it. How did it work? Like,
Iron
dude,
apart. That sounds like I just broke it.
You didn't put it back together. Nigga, I had to buy a new one of the toaster and the iron. And I told him, you take one more appliance up in the here apart, I'm gonna take you apart.
Yes. Stop.
No, you ain't stop. Stuff always disappeared.
That's crazy. That is really crazy. But
I
exactly,
ain't
but
your evidence anymore, but yeah.
But I will say this, opinions are based on people's perception. So they come up with this perspective on different things and they create their opinions. So
yeah, I know I have tried to
whenever
learn.
No, what you about to say? You try to learn
I've
what?
tried to learn to not let my perspective, my perception of things cloud my perception.
But it will. It's gonna always just they're hand in hand. Every time you perceive something a certain way, the way your perception is gonna change, like every time. And you're gonna create a different opinion about it. That's just how the brain works. We just read that. That's just how it's gonna happen.
But sometimes I try. I mean, when it's like if I perceive something in a negative light, I try to check myself first and try to be like, okay, because there's been plenty of times like I have been with Aunt, and we have someone has said something with Aunt, and someone has said something, and I'll be like, oh, they so and so, and he say, I ain't hear that, and I'm like, what? And then I have to check myself, be like, okay, maybe I'm looking at this, hearing it wrong, because me, they came off like, and he's like, no, I ain't hear it that way. So, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that is like that because I almost got into a fight with this kid back in the day like that. He was cracking jokes with Aunt, and my perception of what was going on was that this dude's bothering my brother. My brother's not going to do anything about it because my brother's not that type of person. Like he's not physically bothering my brother. He's saying words, and my brother don't care about people using words, but I do for some reason. Like it bothers me, and my perception of this guy was that he was a try to be tough guy. He here making jokes and people not even trying to make jokes. People are chilling on some other mood stuff. So I get angry. Like I start getting upset, and I definitely remember that my opinion of him because of how I seen him, how I perceived him. He created a perception for me to create an opinion that I'm about to put my hands on him. Like I'm gonna need to put my hands on him. And that's what I commenced to get started. And to Anthony was like, Ant was like, nah, there's no need for this. You good. He always talked like this. It's like, and it was just him just making jokes. And to me, the jokes were inappropriate. It wasn't the right time and mood for it. Like we now chilling, like, and you trying to show out. So I'm gonna show out with you the way I show out. And back then, I had a very bad temper, so it was like,
yes, he did.
Anything dealing with my brothers or me, I'm want to get physical, and I didn't care how big he was, whatever. Like it wasn't about losing the fight that mattered to me. It was about hurting the person who was making me mad. That's it. I didn't care if I lost. As long as I put my hands on you, is all I cared about. So, you lost, man. Look at your face. I don't care. Look at your face. I bet you won't do it again. And it would be like that. I don't know how many fights I done lost, but I guarantee you they won't fight me again. And I'm saying that right now as a grown man. These people got memories of what I did to them. So
serious anger
they won't
issues.
they won't fight me again. So period. And that's all because of how I seen them, my perception of them. Like you're somebody who should put that like who needs to be hurt. Like even if I hurt myself in the process, I don't care because you need that, and that's what may create a bad opinions about people for me because of how I will look and see how them acting and all that stuff, and that's the same thing for me. But that's how I was. But my attitude, the way I acted, people thought I was a nerd because I knew I had an attitude problem. So I would not try to deal with certain things because I didn't want to get mad. I didn't want to. So I was doing more nerdy stuff than normal. Like I was chess club, drama club.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, joining the football team and basketball
And
team was
that's
pretty
what
cool,
and that's
but
another thing about perception. Because of the fact that you was doing all those things, everyone perceived you as being weak, a
not.
pushover,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
you
Yes.
wasn't out there banging, or you wasn't out there um hanging in the streets, or because he has always been a homebody that like to play video games, and everybody said, "Oh, he a punk, he a that," but that wasn't that was not the case. Case was he went from zero to I'm ready. You about to die so fast that he wanted to maintain his peace because there was no in between with him. His perception was either you friend or foe. That's it, friend or foe. So and friend can turn foe real quick. That was his
Yeah, that's been
perception.
hard. That was Ben Harbour's fault. Ben Harbour did that to me.
Oh man, an hour go by real fast, folks. We're at the end. This was a good talk. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Um, Tell us what you know about your perception, perceiving, and theories on all the stuff that we talk about tonight. Now it's time for the word of the day. Now y'all know this word. I know this word, but I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Let me see if I can pronounce this word. It is what we love Welcome. Welcome me. Welcome me. Welcome me. And it's spelled Welcome. That's right, folks. It's welcome. Used to greet someone in a glad or friendly way. That's your word for the day. Welcome. So I
Welcome
want
me.
everyone hit hit that
Welcome
subscribe
me.
button.
I'm
Have
gonna
a good
start saying
night.
that like that from now on.
Welcome me.
Welcome me.
Have
Welcome
a
me to
good
my home. They're like, what? Hey, we're gonna leave. Hey, come on, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
be
Let's go.
kind to
I don't know.
someone on purpose. Be be
Be kind to
be
someone new
blessed.
and
This
welcome
is
me
our
someone
truth
into your home.
because I'm his mom.
And I am her son.
Good night, y'all. And be
Good night.
welcoming to somebody